Whenever decide to like really do something, I always set like these little mini goals to be able to reach, to just let myself know that like, okay, I can do this. And so when I started lifting, I had set this goal that I wanted to be able to deadlift 405 pounds. Like that was my goal. And the reason for this is because I had read or heard somewhere that Henry Cavill, in his training to be Superman, his max was a 405-pound deadlift. And it just made sense to me that if Superman could deadlift 405 pounds, then I too should be able to deadlift 405 pounds. And it just made sense. And so, yeah, so I made that and I accomplished it and I felt accomplished.
You'll get it. Go get it. I'm not going in there again.
Why do you keep kicking it in?
When I had set out to start doing YouTube, I had heard somewhere that Mr. Beast had said that if you're going to focus on growing a channel, the first thing that you should spend your time doing is making 100 videos, no matter what. Before you worry about anything else, make 100 videos. And so I set out to make 100 videos.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
What?
you owe me a kiss.
Okay. How?
Because I got the ball for you. Social media steals my moments. So I'm not one of those people who are just like, social media is evil and, it's the bane of existence. My neighbor's dog barks all the time, like literally all the time. Also, there's a battery that needs replacing in the fire alarm upstairs, but I'll get to that. I am not the type of person who puts a lot of personal things out into the internet because I'm a pretty private guy and I keep things pretty close to the vest. But when I do make something personal, I put a lot of myself into it. I take great pride in putting 100% of the very best of me into it. And so when I made my short film, The Break, I was really very satisfied. I was really I felt very accomplished when it was done. And when I uploaded it, I was really hoping that the return on investment from the time that I put in, from the incredible amount of personality and personal feelings that I put into it, the return on investment would be great. It was not. It did not do well. I think even today it's only doing something like, it's at like 200 views or something like that. But that's okay. I really made that for me, and it's okay that it didn't do well. But on the flip side of that, I made a video that I didn't want to make, and I wasn't even going to put out, called the Canon R3 isn't for everybody, and that did really well. And so that's what I mean by social media steals moments. Whether it's a short film or whether it's a photo that, I really put a lot of my skill and effort and time into, color correcting it and getting exposure right in camera. Those photos don't do well, but upload something with some skin and it's gonna do numbers. I don't let those type of things get me down anymore. I try to stay pretty even kill. I don't get too high or too low. But the thing that's really kind of become apparent to me is that algorithms don't really care about skills. It doesn't care about how you feel about things, how much work you put into it. The algorithm's gonna algorithm, and you just have to you gotta ride the wave or not, and that's the choice. Shower! I made 100 videos. I don't know if you guys, maybe for the people who've been here for a while, you guys recognize that. But I hit that goal, and when I did it, when I hit the goal, when I realized that I was like 5 videos over 100, and it was just like, oh, I did it. And because I had to get the next video up, I didn't announce it, or I didn't do anything special for it. And then when I realized it, I kept saying like, oh, I kept looking for this like grand moment, or being in this spot that was pretty to look at in the background. And so I didn't really acknowledge it. I'm close to 2,500 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. I don't really get caught up in that, but one of the goals that I am trying to accomplish this year, I think I said this at the beginning of the year, is that I am trying to get to the 4,000 watch time hours. And so that'll be the next goal that I reach, and I'll reach it, and social media will take that away from me too. But anyway, it is something that I do want to reach. It is a goal that I've set for myself this year. So for all of you guys who are here watching, thank you. But one thing that I want to leave with is that I have decided that I'm not going to ride the wave of the algorithms. I don't make super clickbaity titles. I don't post a lot of skin. I got nieces and nephews and daughters who watch my content, so I don't do that kind of thing. But someone who's been really inspirational, and I'll leave it with this, is Danny Gevirtz. And one thing that I realized that he does is that he promotes, is just turning the camera on and recording something, not worrying about the setting or the backdrop, or how well your camera movements are, 120p or anything like that. Just turn it on, have a good story to tell, or something important to say, record it, cut it, and put it up. Oftentimes I let myself get too worried about color correcting and whether or not the scene looks, pretty or cinematic is the word I think a lot of people like to use. And so I just want to get back to hitting record and uploading. I think that's it. All of these shots that you guys saw in this video is recorded with my A7C. If you guys are still looking for a reason to buy one, with the 50mm G Master and a Moment 1/8 Sitting Bloom filter. I think that's it. Thank you guys for being here. This is a boy named Jamil. I'm Jamil. I'll see you guys in the next video.